months since I came here, and it has been fantastic. It has been great. It has not been fun, but it has been good. And I just wanted to do a bit of a check-in, just to say I think some of the things I noticed, some of the things that stood out to me, and just basically my thoughts throughout this first month that I spent here. And I have a bit of a list, nothing too much, nothing too serious, and I'm just going to be talking about some of those. One thing I noticed when I came was saying thank you when you leave the bus. A lot of people, I won't say all of them, but they say thank you when they get to their bus stop. They're like, oh, thank you, and then they leave the bus, and I'm like, oh, okay. Not hard, because, well, you should say thank you, but that's just, I think, one of the things that stood out to me, because when we be telling conductor thank you in Nigeria, this thing busting my brain. Is it when they miss your bus stop and you're like, which leads me to my second point. Buses do not stop at anywhere that is not the bus stop. Hey, dear. If you miss your bus stop, you're not gonna stop in the middle of the road. You will walk. You will wait until you get to the next bus stop, and then you walk back. And also, if you're waiting for the bus and you're not standing directly under the banner, the Halifax bus transit banner, dear, ain't nobody gonna stop for you. Nobody gonna stop for you. If you're ever sitting, because there's some, not all bus stations, but not all bus stops actually, but some bus stops have like this little cubicle, I guess, where you can sit down, relax, and wait for your next bus. Dearie, if they are not standing at the bus stop and the bus driver is coming and cannot see you, they will not stop for you. They will just pass you by. And you cannot just cross the road anyhow. Hey, see me, do you know the other day I forgot what I was going to do. So I missed the place. There's a place where you press something and then the thing will say waka come. So I missed the place, and I wanted to just, you can't just cross anyhow. You cannot just, well, what happened was, where I was going to, maybe let's say is here now, and the place I have to cross, the place where you have to hit that thing to cross, is at the other side. Another thing I wanted to talk about is when people are saying this place is lonely. I remember a video I was watching about this person, and the person is in Canada, and she was talking about how this place is lonely compared to back home in Nigeria and all of that. I just had to debunk that misconception, because if you look at it from this angle, imagine someone who lived here all their life. They grew up here, they went to school in the neighborhood, maybe they went to church, or they go shopping in the same store over and over again. So people have known you. You get, like, people know you. You grew up around here. You will never say this place is lonely because you have friends. You won't say this place is lonely because you know people, you're familiar with the environment, which is just the same thing that happens to me. Just like where I came from in Nigeria. I didn't know. Okay, let me just start. Maybe people always like, oh, in Nigeria, you know your neighbor. Excuse me, I think it's the holding days, because when I moved houses recently before I came here, and I didn't know any of my neighbors. That was like in January. This is October. I didn't know any of my neighbors. The only person that knew like all my neighbors, even my mom didn't know my neighbors. The only person I knew my neighbors was my dad, because he had to talk to them about like maybe electricity or maybe like trash bill or water bill or stuff like that. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I think. I don't think it's lonely. I just think moving from one place to another is always hard. Moving, especially to this place, where one thing I can say is that nobody's gonna be up in your business. And I'm just doing a brief comparison to Nigeria. Nobody's in your business too. You won't see somebody on the road and be asking them what you want to be in future. Nobody's in your business. It's like the only person I can say, okay, will be in your business will be like maybe aunties and uncles that are asking, oh, what's your plan for the future? And you can get those anywhere. So when people always like, oh, this place is lonely, I'm like, it's not. I won't say it's lonely. I would just say it's easy to fall into, like, I won't say depression, but it's easy to fall into like the shadow of not having a lot of human contact. But the truth is that Nigeria too is turning into that slowly but surely. You know, there's becoming a lot of, I don't know how to explain to you. Like, what becoming a bad place? Everybody's scared. So, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. It's one thing I was like, when people like I'm not saying I have friends here, I'm not saying I have like buddies, but it's just people are like, oh, this place is lonely, and they're making like Nigerians back home feel like, if you come here, oh, you're on your own. You are on your own, because the truth is nobody cares. Like, people do not care. Like, you can ruin your life and no one will care. Which technically is almost the same thing back home, except that back home maybe you're just familiar with like people, and there are people who actually care about you. Here, if nobody knows you, nobody will care about you. So when I go to the US, and my uncle will be like, oh, that US, the West, US, London, it can get lonely. I think a lot of them are focusing on Nigeria before that. Maybe if you had children, or you come out, your children will come out, and the all children in the area will come out and play together, which I actually see a bit of here. If you're a parent, maybe you understand what I'm saying, because I see when I'm passing like some communities, or when I'm passing some streets, I see the kids on that place, in that, like, especially if they have a, I don't know if what they call that thing. When they have that thing, like, when you go into some streets, see that it goes around, and then so especially when you have that space, a lot of kids come out with their bicycles and tricycles, and they're just playing. So I feel like that still happens, but I don't know. That's just my experience, though. It's just my experience. While I'm on the topic of how this place is not lonely, even though I have no friends, but I wanted to just talk about how some, not all, because I've met some pretty fantastic people here, but I just want to put it out there for maybe Nigerians that are coming here, or I don't know, maybe I don't know about other countries, because I'm from Nigeria, so I'm speaking from Nigeria's perspective. Some Nigerians can be very funny. They can be very funny. I remember when I got a job, there was this Nigerian person that worked in my company, and I remember then when I saw him, I just came, I think it was like 2 weeks after I came, so I was excited, because then I didn't know anyone except my roommate. So I was excited. I was like, oh wow, I've seen another Nigerian person. Right? Yeah, wrong move. Don't do like what I did. I'm just trying to tell you in advance, because some Nigerians can be very funny. Like, I don't know, they're raising their shoulder. I don't know. Some Nigerians, because I met some. I think I would even say few Nigerians. Few Nigerians can be very funny, because you just, and I remember I approached the person. I was like, oh, hi, and everything, and his name seemed Nigerian. So I was like, oh, are you Nigerian? And he was like, yes. I was like, oh, thank God, I have another Nigerian. And he was like, why are you excited? He threw me like bullets. He was like, why are you excited? I was like, that was my experience. Yours can be different. I hope yours is different. Okay, my last point is something that actually pisses me off. There are limited convenience stores. Like, if you want to get the tiniest thing, my tissue finished, and I wanted to get toilet paper, and I had to go all the way into the city to get toilet paper, and I'm like, where's the malam? You want to tell me there is no malam, no small store around here that you can just, maybe something finishes, especially as a student, and you can just walk outside and say, okay, I just want to get one tissue. No, so everything, or majorly a lot of things that you need to get, you have to go to the to like the big stores like Walmart or Atlantic Superstores. But yeah, it's not far. It's just about 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away. Plus the time you spend waiting for bus, that should be another 20 minutes. So I've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I just spoke about some things that I noticed. I would obviously do in another one later, and also I've been getting some questions about how I came and the process and what I did, so I would also do videos about that, so that just to help anyone out there that is also interested. Yeah, if I can do it, you can do it too. Okay, have a good day. Bye.